What if I told you the success of your video production and videography business relies on just a few key tools? The best videographers usually gatekeep their process, but stick around and I'll show you the exact tools I use to deliver great content and grow my business. I go by BK. I run Winter Hill Media, my creative multimedia studio that creates story-driven video content for brands and businesses. In this video, I'll break down the tools that power every part of my business, from project management to delivering final edits. So whether you're starting out or looking to refine your process, this list is going to help level you up. All right, now we're on the computer, and this is my website. I use Wix right now to host my website and to design it. I've coded and made my websites like that in the past, but I just find it easy to utilize platforms that host it and allow you to design it in-house and add programs and apps and stuff like that as long as they're provided. And that's what I've done with Wix. I utilize some back-end apps that people create for their platform, and so far I found it great. And I switched over from Squarespace. I used Squarespace before. I liked the platform. It wasn't bad. There wasn't a lot of issues with Squarespace. It's just I found Wix had a few more design elements and things of that nature that I wanted to utilize that Squarespace did not. I also just like the apps and features that Wix has, and I like the user experience a bit more than I did on Squarespace. But yeah, so this is my website. I have a simple little background that I recorded in the city of Boston, and I made it like a little background reel. This is a little main menu page. I'm going to make a landing page soon for catered to business owners in my area, and hopefully they land on that landing page and they go to services and they want to book. But this is a main menu for convenience. But yeah, let's get to the main meat of the video. The real reason you guys came to watch this is to find out the tools to use. So one big tool I use is actually this website, start.me. I've used this website for a long while now, and it helps in many ways. It essentially is a bookmark page. So the way I have this set up is that I changed my Google Chrome to start up on this page at all times. And so basically every time I open Google Chrome, I open up to all the apps and tools that I utilize for my business, and it's all on one page. So it saves me a lot of time, and it's very just efficient. So let's start from the top. I mentioned Wix. That is the website host I use. I transferred from Squarespace. I used to have that here as well, but now it is gone because I use Wix mainly. Next, I'll go to Calendly. I know there are other calendar apps and stuff like that I might want to try out, but Calendly is the one that I settled on, and I really like it so far. I will set up a little widget on my website here on my booking page. So I use Wix, but I have a little Calendly widget in place on the website so that people can, set up booking calls with me. And that is just a very smooth integration. So I like Calendly for that reason. And we move on over here to automation tools. I use Instagram as a media page for my brand, and I have not utilized as much as I should, but I probably should get on that. Is ManyChat is where you can make videos around, it's like send it around something and say, oh, comment brand, and I will send you a link to this thing or whatever. It can be whatever, a digital product, it can be a webinar, workshop, whatever you want it to be. It's a conversion tool, very useful, very efficient, very effective. Can't recommend it anymore than I should, but ManyChat is just a huge help. Honestly, if you don't have it, I would definitely get on top of it now. Zapier is an automation tool. I haven't used it as much as I should, but I know it is a useful tool. Anywhere from like email automation to, getting people back to your digital products and just converting leads and all that. You can set up like AI chatbots and agents like that on Zapier, so very cool. Moving on to Opus here. I use Opus as a video editor. It saves me time because I record longer form videos. That's my specialty. To funnel the viewers into the video, I put the long form video into Opus, and it essentially cuts it up into clips, engaging clips with subtitles and they have the most accurate subtitles with transcriptions from any other AI app that I've used so far, from like Descript to, you know, transcripting on like actual app, like your softwares like Final Cut or Premiere Pro. This has the most like accurate like just transcriptions. It's honestly crazy. Like some people can even have accents and they will transcribe the words that they're saying with complete accuracy, like even like abbreviated words and stuff like that, which is crazy. Like my client shortened juvenile to juvie, and it understood that, for instance. That's an example. And it's cool that I can just automatically do that. It saves you so much time. You don't have to go back and edit the clip and change out the text as much as you would have in like captions or any app like that. But yeah, I love Opus for that reason. It saves me a lot of time. But let's move on to client communication. These are aimed for like the bigger clients, and to look professional. I use Google Voice to set up a free business phone number. Very clutch, and it kind of separates the spam calls that you would have gotten on your personal phone, but now you are getting into a business phone number. Also, it just looks professional. You are directing, you know, business content and business deals potentially to one source and not mixing it up with home stuff and personal stuff. So very useful. I definitely recommend Google Voice for setting up a free Google business number. Then moving on to Slack, I use for client communications. Definitely want to utilize it more than I should, but these are good. Slack is good for setting up client channels, so you don't have to keep doing the emailing, you know, nonsense. Kind of just gets messy in the inbox. So it's good to transition them to their own dedicated client channel on Slack. So that's what Slack is good for. It's also free, utilizing the free edition of it. Zoom, of course, for web conferencing and booking calls. That goes hand in hand with Calendly. Then moving on to our dashboard. These are just general apps and stuff that everyone kind of uses that are like my probably most frequently clicked on apps. So I kind of just set it up in the dashboard. I don't click on analytics and AdSense too much because you don't want to get stuck in the analytics downward spiral and just always be staring at that. You kind of want to focus on getting the work done, and that's what I'm doing. So I used to get caught up in looking at analytics and stuff too much, and I found myself just wasting time on that. So yeah, I have it here for if I need to, but I try not to get, you know, stuck on analytics too much. But yeah, moving on to tools here. Very useful tools. DocuSeal here is a free alternative to DocuSign or PandaDoc. Very useful. I recommend it for sure. It's awesome. I use it as an alternative for DocuSign and PandaDoc, so I don't have to pay for it. Very cool free alternative. Definitely recommend it. Frame.io for sending to clients for them to set up a review of the video or whatever product, you know, service I'm doing for them. They have a few full in-depth revisions that they can use. So Frame.io is a good program to kind of upload the video to and send to the client if you're doing like a longer project, and they get to check it out and leave markers and stuff like that for any changes that they want. So that's good for like full revisions and not just like quick little editing notes that usually people get. And it's kind of annoying because like sometimes they're worded a little weird, so you don't really know what you're doing. But yeah, Frame.io makes everything a lot easier and saves you the headache. Notion is a huge, big tool that I use every day now. Saves me a bunch of time. It is like combining a bunch of little, you know, like docs and spreadsheets and stuff all in one. It is like the all-in-one like note app right now for me. So definitely recommend that. Let's look into it a little bit. Let's get a taste of what I do here. This is the Winter Hill Media HQ is what I call it. This little dashboard here on Notion 2. And I kind of set up this page to kind of onboard either freelance people or potential employees I might have to look into in the future. And this kind of gives them a gist of what I'm doing, the company's mission, like what our business is and what we're trying to focus on, stuff like that, how to acquire new clients, our mission, equipment that we have, and stuff that we utilize, and stuff like that. Also have a projects page. These are where we list like little project manager for like the larger projects that we're working on. So right now I'm working on, I film, edit, produce, and manage Lucius's YouTube content right now. I worked on videos for his Instagram page, and we grew that. He grew his page to over 120,000 followers. So he's a fashion model in Boston, and so we're creating a YouTube channel centered around his lifestyle and stuff like that, his fashion. So we can take a little look on that. This is some analytics of the past 28 days. But yeah, we've been growing up a little bit more, trying to get that watch time up, and got to 18,000 views in the last 28 days. So we started, I want to say, middle of January this year. We have some videos from the past as well, but kind of scattered out. But since we have a service package going on, consistently getting videos out for him and clips out and shorts for him to grow his channel. And this is kind of like what it's looking like in the past 28 days with the work that we've kind of done. It is like lifestyle content, so a little harder to kind of create because you kind of have to create the story and video out of like the content or whatever you got. Obviously it makes it easier when I started giving him prompts and stuff like that, of stuff to stay within the videos and stuff to cover, so that it's more story driven and easier to understand and kind of like watch. And the way I edit, it's engaging. The way it's paced it has good pacing to keep the viewer engaged and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a little look into one of the channels I'm managing right now. So kind of if you look into the project page, is kind of like we have here some client notes. We'll have a video board and idea board that goes here as well, but I had to revamp that, so I think that's why it's gone, but it's gonna be back soon. But yeah, that's a little look into the project page. Notion, huge time saver. But yeah, now let's look into ChatGPT here. If you do not have an AI assistant, then you are wasting your time. You are falling behind. I would definitely get on top of utilizing like app or AIs like Gemini or ChatGPT while they're free to have an AI assistant. It's like having your own employee to create and just do a lot of the dirty work, bulk work that we would be wasting a lot of our time with normally. But now you have AI assistants to do all that and all the research and everything like that, like the helping you copyright and all that. It's just a huge time saver. Please get on AI. If you're not utilizing it, then you are wasting your time in 2025. But yeah, moving on to Dropbox, a cloud storage service, much needed in the video production world. That's how I send a lot of video files off to other freelancers or clients. I'll set up I have a client folder in there, a projects page, that I'll put all the videos that I'll send off in there. So very useful. Cloud service is very effective, and if you don't have it, then I actually don't know what you're doing. That's tough. Managing all that video storage is tough, and Dropbox helps a lot. Meta Business Suite to manage ads and stuff like that, and the different accounts that I manage. Yeah, I don't use it as much as I should, but I should utilize it more. Very helpful tool though. Now that Instagram and stuff and Facebook are all under one, company, Meta. Miro to set up like little boards and stuff. I have a little lead generation board I can probably share in the future. But yeah, very cool tool that I use. Then we can go over here to finance. I'm transitioning over to Stripe. I've used Square in the past. I also do like Square a little bit because I like their contracts and stuff that they have, the features for that, like the contracting and stuff like that. Stripe doesn't really have that, but I do like the Stripe technology in terms of like tap to pay, and like it's just more convenient in the way they display content on there, and like the metrics and everything. It's just a lot more cleaner, I think, than Square. Yeah, so I use Stripe, and I'll recommend Stripe right now. As far as editing, I have like little sound design and ideation bookmark sections over here. So YouTube MP3 for, calling effects and stuff like that from YouTube videos. LALAL.ai for getting instrumentals and like the splitting stems and stuff like that. Very useful tool for sound design and like creating engaging videos with just sound, very immersive. Definitely a tool to look into. I even ended up buying the premium for it because I just found it so useful, and it's a tool that I use almost every day now. Alongside with Artlist, which is also a huge tool that I use, I moved over from apps like MusicBed and Epidemic Sound over to Artlist because I just find it a better all-in-one platform because it covers sound effects, music, stock footage, and even has like AI voiceovers. And I'm not even getting paid for this, but I just love Artlist and everything that it offers. So also this YouTuber that I know of called Skymography, awesome YouTuber. He teaches sound design, or I watched his sound design video. Obviously it was a huge help. He also has a little collection that he set up on Artlist that I downloaded or I favorited, and I used those sounds. Very dope time saver right there. So yeah, I use Artlist for every sound and music. Just awesome tool. Then finally go to ideation here. So I use these two apps called Frameset and Eyecannndy. Essentially they're just little libraries of like creative videos and stuff like that. As you can see, like just big commercials over time, and you can get like, you can click on these and they will show you the actors in there. That's cool. The directors, you know, genre, release, stuff like that, production company. Just really cool behind the scenes information that you wouldn't normally find. You know, a good tool to use alongside Frameset would be Vimeo. That's a good tool to find other creators or like filmmakers, stuff like that, that are uploading their content in a portfolio type setting, kind of seeing what they make, what they're capable of. But yeah, Frameset is an awesome tool if I'm doing larger projects or like commercials and stuff. I need to like really set up like a shot list. This is an awesome tool to pull potential shot list ideas from. But yeah, awesome tool, Frameset, definitely recommend. And then Eyecannndy, which is like a kind of similar to Frameset, but more creative shots. So just more like, you can see, look, like just the way these are, like very cool, creative, out of this world kind of edits and shots. And this also kind of gives you, it tells you what the edit was, and what it is and stuff like that. But yeah, cool tool. And yeah, that is it. These are the tools that I utilize in my creative content agency, my content production, media production, video production, and whatever you want to call it. I am a so-called videographer. I also call myself a director and a content strategist because I'm able to film, edit, and manage my clients' content in a way where it reaches eyes and engages with the viewer. So that is what I do, and these are the apps that I utilize on the back end to make it happen. So hopefully this was a quality, valuable video for you to watch to kind of give like a true raw look into the apps that I use. Yeah, this was a cool video to make because I remember being a editor or stuff, you know, a video editor, content creator, whatever you want to call it, a few years ago, and having absolutely no idea of like apps and softwares to use that will help me save time and make better edits, stuff like that. Just improve my all-around game around this industry, in the video industry. This is years in the making of doing research and setting up all the content to use. So hopefully that, you know, a viewer like you who wants to get into the game or get better at this stuff, this will save you a bunch of time. And take a look at all the apps that you can utilize to make great content. But yeah, continue to create great content. Appreciate you watching. Tune in for more, and I'll see you in the next one. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. I want to give you some extra value. So earlier in the video, I don't know if you noticed this, that happened really quickly, but I had this little effect. Let me move this out of the way. All right, now, I don't know if you saw that, there was a quick little light leak transition, and this is all custom made in-house, produced by me with my camera. And I'm going to release that on the Winter Hill store as one of my first digital products, and I'm going to sell it. So if you're interested, I can teach you how to make one of these custom and package it and list it on your store as your first digital product to start making your first sale. And that's what I'm going to do. We're going to do it alongside each other. So yeah, if you're interested in that, I'm going to drop that. I think it's very valuable, and I think it'd be awesome for people to learn how to create and launch their own custom digital products. Products like this are good for stylistic videos and music videos. That's what I'm going to use it mostly in. and stuff like this. So yeah, if you're interested, let me know.